You know, in the last module, we talked a little bit about call reluctance. And what causes call reluctance is typically fear. Okay? There's one way to overcome fear, and that is massive and immediate action. Over the years, I've seen a lot of salespeople let fear absolutely cripple them or incapacitate them, literally paralyze them and keep them from doing the most important thing that they can do as a salesperson, and that is engage with prospects. So now that we've decided who we're going to call, and now that we've planned out time to call, it is time to make the call. And so approach is the next critical success factor. And that is what to say and how to say it. And we're going to be spending a lot of time on the phone, so we may as well get really, really good at being on the phone and engaging with our prospects. Now, overcoming objections is going to be a hugely important piece of this. So these two success factors will really tie into one another. But the first thing I really want to delve into is how to approach and what to say. And so now that we are identifying who our targets are, we have to understand that each different audience or each different target, there'll maybe be a different message. And it's important to understand and distinguish what a feature and what a benefit is. And the reason for that is we need to be familiar with what the benefits of our product offering, what they are, so that we may begin to engage with our prospects when we talk to them. In other words, give them a reason to invest the time to talk to us. Now, your sales approach and my sales approach may be different. I've seen hugely successful salespeople that are not aggressive at all. As a matter of fact, some of the best salespeople I've ever seen and worked with are not aggressive. They have no need to be aggressive as it pertains to the sales process itself once the prospect is engaged. Now, the approach that I take is I'm going to be a little bit more aggressive on the front end because I need the prospect to know how passionate and how confident I am that my company and my products are going to be able to help them solve a problem that they have or that they may have. Now, I'm not sure of it 100%, but I'm confident. But I do know this for sure, for 100% certainty. If we never talk about it and never engage with one another, there's no chance that I'm going to be able to help them and their company move forward and meet their challenges. So yes, I'm aggressive in the beginning as I'm convincing people to invest a short amount of time into learning if what I can do can help them do one of three things: increase their productivity, enhance their performance, or impact their bottom line in a positive way. And I want you to write those things down. The three things: performance, productivity, and finance. And what our offering does is offers a way to help a client do all three of those things. But again, going back to our approach, it depends who we're talking to. So why do I bring all this up and why do I say this? Well, because we have a number of different audiences and a number of different people that are going to be involved likely in the decision. From a telecom manager to a chief information officer to an IT director to a billing administrator. They're all vitally important people in the process. And in some cases, you'll have to have buy-in from all of these different parties in order to move forward and get agreement and them buying your product. So it's important to understand the three things that I just talked about: productivity, performance, and finance. Which one of those three things that we're really going to hone in on and really talk about with that particular audience. For example, a billing administrator may not be as concerned with performance, so to speak, or finance. Maybe, let's just take productivity, for example. We want to be able to help, and it may be we must be careful in many instances that we don't threaten the particular audience that we're talking to, especially with a solution, a software solution that we offer, and a consulting solution that we offer, that we don't threaten that we'll take their job, for instance. We want to keep it focused on that particular audience, that we're going to help them do their job more effectively. We're going to help them look better. We're going to help offload some of the things that have been put on their plate. We're going to help offload that in order to help them focus on some of the other things that they were actually hired for. And that's why it's important that we know who we're talking to, that we are offering features along with benefits. And the benefit, for example, is yes, our program gives you a chance to see in one interface who the users are, where the money is going, where our assets are, where our equipment is, okay? But what is the benefit to those things as it pertains to the person that we're talking to? If it's a billing administrator, again, I want to really focus in on sharing how we can make their life easier. If I'm talking to a CIO, I want to maybe hone in on the administrative piece. And again, this is on the approach part of it. We're trying to book an appointment. Okay, convince them to invest a small amount of time to discover if this works, so we give some ideas of what our product can do. We're talking to a telecom manager. It's about helping them assess where their equipment is. If we're talking to a CFO, it's all about how we can help them save a massive amount of resource, and how we've helped other organizations, some of the most prestigious organizations in the world and the most profitable organizations in the world, do it better. We're going to make sure that we're focused in on that audience and that message. So what I want to close with in this module is making sure that when we do engage with a prospect, that we know that we're not trying to sell them anything. In other words, I'm not looking for them to buy right now, okay? Because frankly, I don't know if our offering is a fit for them at this point. And I'll be very upfront with that. If someone says, oh, we're not interested in making a move, I'll point blank tell them, I'm not asking you to make a move. What I'm asking you for is a small investment of time to discover if there's a way for us to save you money, help you perform better, help you become more productive. If there was a way for us to help you do that, would you invest 15 minutes just to go through some questions and allow us to show you the interface? Especially if it would help you do something that perhaps like the city of Denver, for example, has been able to save nearly $400,000 over the last couple of years by using our product offer. Now, doesn't that sound like something that you'd at least want to look at? Again, I'm not asking you to buy, but I am asking you to invest some time to see if this is something that can help your organization. So yes, I'm a bulldog when it comes to booking appointments, and I'll show you what happens when we get into the appointment next. But fight like heck to have them invest the time, because we know it'll be worth it. And I'm the first to admit that, yes, many of the prospects that do invest the time to look at it, they don't become clients, but that's okay, because now at least they're educated. They know what's out there, and I also know that it might not be right now, but at a certain time, in a certain place, they may be able to use something that we offer.